Okay, the next is what we call telephone. You know, the telephone is interesting. Telephone is an essential part of our lives, but as we said a little bit earlier, we are conditioned from our teenage years to look upon the telephone as a social tool. It's something that we look forward to getting onto because we associate it with romance and fun and communications with people that are important to us. As adults, however, we have to change our thinking 180 degrees. We have to realize the telephone is a business tool. The telephone is a business tool. It's like a computer, it's like a typewriter, it's like a photocopier. It may have other uses, but it's a business tool. So here's the rule with using the telephone. Get on and get off fast. See how fast you can get on and off the phone. Control your telephone calls, as we said before. Let other people, let your telephone calls get batched so that you can call them back and you control the calls. Call back at their lunch times. Call back at the end of the day. Call back so you control the time. Now, when somebody calls you and you take the call, here's the key question. Always ask, what can I do for you? They'll always have a tendency to say, hi, how you doing? How's things going? How's the weather out there? You say, fine, what can I do for you? And get straight to the point of the phone call. Another thing that you can say is, how can I help you? And make it very, very clear that this is a business call. If you are going to be making phone calls, look upon a phone call as a meeting by wire. And what you do is you make an agenda for the meeting. What many people do, if you talk to people all the time, keep a file on that person. And when you think of calling that person, take out the file and work on your agenda. Go down the agenda. When you completed the agenda, you say, thank you very much. I'll let you go now. I know you're busy. And hang up the phone. What do you do with talkative people? Talkative people, you say, excuse me, I've got another call coming. I've got to run. If that doesn't work, you say, my boss is calling me. If that doesn't work, hang up the phone in the middle of the conversation as though the phone line has been cut off. The person probably won't even pay any attention to it because they're so used to being cut off by other people. Remember this, is that people are time wasters, and the great majority of people have no goals, they have no priorities, they have no plans, they have no concern about becoming successful, and they think that you're the same. They think because their time isn't worth anything, that your time isn't worth anything also. So be very alert to that. By the way, one final point. When you have telephone meetings, keep good notes. I heard a very smart man say that the power is on the side of the person with the best notes. I have lost thousands of dollars because I have agreed to something on the telephone. I have not documented it. The person has come back to me and said, you agreed to something else, and they had it written down in their files, and I couldn't argue. So when you're on the telephone, write. One final point is always have a pen, always have a pencil, always have a pad. Never pick up the telephone without a pen in your hand. The most incredible thing I hear over and over again is when I call people and I try to leave a message, their voice drops and they say, oh, just a minute, I'll go and see if I can find a pencil. And the phone goes clunk and the person goes away and they come back and they say, oh geez, this pen won't work, just a minute, and the phone goes clunk and they go away again. If a person ever answers the phone without a pen in their hand, you know this person is going nowhere in life. It's as simple as that. My own personal opinion, of course.